What's up, guys? It's your bro, Rich here. Today in this video, I'm back with another car explanation video for y'all. And today is mainly gonna be about a manufacturer. So, there's something I've not done for god ages. Well, I've done like tuning companies and those, but proper car manufacturer, not as such. Well, this one's gonna be exciting. So, today in this video, I'll be talking to y'all about the company Saleen. So without any further ado, let's begin. So it's formerly known as Saleen Autosport. Company type was private. Industry automotive. Founded in 1983. Its founder was founded in 1983. Its founder was the legendary Stephen Mark Saleen, known as Steve Saleen. Born April 2nd, 1949. Age 76. From the city of Inglewood, L.A. County, California. It says Steve Saleen, American businessman and former race car driver, best known for being both the founder and former vice chairman of Saleen Incorporated, originally named Saleen Autosport, which is an OEM manufacturer of specialty cars, including the S1, S7, and the highly modified Mustangs. So, Saleen Automotive Incorporated, commonly known as Saleen, is an American manufacturer. Is an American manufacturer. Is an American manufacturer of specialty high performance sports cars and high performance automotive parts. It's headquartered in Corona. It's headquartered in the city of Corona, northwestern Riverside County, California. It says headquarters was in Corona, California. So formerly Saleen Autosports, company type private, industry automotive, founded in 83. Founder Steve Saleen. So formerly it was known as formerly Saleen Autosport. Company type was private. Industry was automotive. It was founded in Industry Automotive, founded in 1983. Founder was Steve Saleen. Headquarters was in Corona, California. Products are sports cars and muscle cars. Its brands were Max Grip, Power Flash, Racecraft, S4, and Speed Lab. Owner was obviously the legend Steve Saleen. Number of employees was 80. And the website, if you want to find out more about it, just go to saleen.com. You'll see tons of info about it, different cars, all that kind of stuff, products, merchandise, probably all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so moving on. So Saleen Automotive Incorporated, commonly known as Saleen, is an American manufacturer of specialty high performance sports cars. Specialty high performance American manufacturer of specialty high performance sports cars and high performance automotive parts. Saleen's headquartered in Corona, California, in the States, and privately held. So it's a private company. Saleen's flagship car was the legendary S7, introduced. Saleen's flagship car is the legendary S7, introduced in 2000. The S7's wholly built by Saleen, and features a mid-motor design. In a high-performance sports car pack. It's also currently the only Saleen production car which isn't based on an existing which is not based on either an existing design or chassis. As of last year, Saleen manufactured the Mustang derived 302, the sport truck, and the derived Ford F-150 sport truck and sport truck XR, so F-150, and the big Oly, so OLY. It's like saying only, but taking out the letter N and you get OLY, derived Ford Bronco, and the Saleen S1, which I talked about previously before. So the S1, an original sports car in both race and street variants. In 2017, uh, in 2017, Saleen and partner Charlie Wang, in Chinese is Xiaoling Wang. I can't pronounce it, but it is in Chinese. This is in Chinese. Formally, so not formally, sorry, formed a partnership with the city of Rogao to form Jiangsu Saleen Automotive Technology with Charlie as its CEO. The objective, the objective of the joint ventures to both the objective of the joint ventures to both produce and so the objective of the joint ventures to produce and produce and distribute Saleen cars, so Saleen vehicles in China for the Chinese market. The company's only mass produced model, the Mai, so MAI, with a maximum speed of just 62 miles an hour. A speed of what all cars would do 0 to 60, and some of them would not do it, but most of them do. And a new Euro, so European driving cycle range of 305 kilometers. I'm not sure what that is in miles, maybe 150, 200 miles, I don't know. Maybe a little bit less than that, I'm not too sure. Was introduced in 2019, a year before COVID actually struck. COVID-19 back then, but only 27 had sold as of April 2021, which that year improved a little bit better. 2021 was just much better. The Chinese government said that Charlie embezzled nearly $1 billion in state funds. So $1 billion in the state funds, and then absconded to the U.S. The Nantong Intermediate People's Court put the company up for auction in May 2022. It was right when I finished high school. Pretty much all of us finished high school back then, before I even started college. Well, before I went to prom and then before college, obviously. Next, history. Starting off with the 1980s. The Saleen brands established in 1983, originally as Saleen Autosport. So originally as Saleen Autosport by Steve Saleen. So a Saleen Autosport by Steve Saleen, a former pro Formula Atlantic race car driver. Interesting. The first Saleens were produced in 1984, so during like near the mid 90s, not 90s, mid 80s. Sorry. The first Saleens were produced in 1984. So in 84, when they built 3 cars as the first production run, a white hatchback, a bright copper glow 5-speed hatchback, and a black hatchback. In 1985, Steve Saleen put the first certified supercharger on a production Saleen Mustang. The cars delivered to Nalt Ford. It's like saying fault, but taking out the letter F and replacing it with an N. Then you get Nultford in Manchester in New Hampshire. I believe it's in the States. Wait. Oh yeah, it is in the States. In New England. Sorry. It's just the words just sound British. Manchester and New Hampshire. Which Manchester and Hampshire are pretty much like real places anyway. So Nultford in Manchester, New Hampshire, and was the first use of a centrifugal supercharger on a late model Mustang. In 1986, a year later, the Saleen made its entry into the Sports Car Club of America, so SCCA race series, with a race prepared version of the Saleen Mustang. A notable win that year at the 24 Hours of Motorsport was the catalyst for Saleen cars becoming heavily modified in motorsport throughout the rest of the 1980s. And motorsport is known as Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, which is a multi-track motorsport venue located north of Bowmanville in Clarington, Ontario, 75 kilometers, 47 miles east of Toronto. So it's almost a 2.5 mile track. It's a 10 turn road course with a 1.8 mile advanced driver and race driver training facility with a 0.250 mile skid pad and a 0.93 mile kart track. Interesting. Anyways, so a notable win that year at the 24 Hours of Motorsports, the catalyst for Saleen cars being heavily involved in motorsport throughout the rest of the 80s. Next, the 90s. So in 1990, in response to increased aftermarket parts demanded. So in 1990, in response to increased aftermarket parts demand. So in 1990, in response to increased aftermarket parts demand, Saleen established SPP, Saleen Performance Parts. In 1994, so during the mid-90s almost, Saleen debuted the S351, which had a Saleen-built 351 5.8 liter motor. Despite the Mustang GT changing to the modular V8 in 96, Saleen continued with development of their own A.K.A. certified 351 cubic inch, I believe, 5.8 liter V8 motor, or that horsepower, I'm not too sure. Anyways, in 95, so the mid-90s, Steve Saleen teamed up with Tim Allen, the comedian, and former. So in 1995, Steve Saleen teamed up with comedian Tim Allen. Say Tim Allen from Denver, Colorado. Born June 13th, 1953, age 72. So in 1995, Steve Saleen teamed up with comedian Tim Allen, who's also an actor as well. So in 1995, Steve Saleen teamed up with comedian Tim Allen and formed the Saleen Allen Triple R Speed Lab race team.